Welcome home. This is the Residency Podcast. I am Jeff Tomasic with Drew Belcher and Lo Raven. Bringing you the biggest guests and stories in entertainment, business, pop culture, and sports from our studio on the Las Vegas Strip inside the Mandalay Bay. Make sure to subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. This episode is brought to you by Mandalay Bay. March Madness is going to take over all of our lives this month, so if you are in Vegas, make sure to check out all the activations and watch all the games in Mandalay Bay. If you think you have any football skills, you can come showcase them at the Raiders Fantasy Camp that's coming up. Run some drills with Raiders coaches and former Raiders players as well. So if you truly believe that you had skills one time in your life, or maybe will in the future, this is your chance to prove it. The Latin King himself, J Balvin, is performing at Mandalay Bay April 23rd. Make sure you check that out as well. As always, come say what's up to us at our studio in the Mandalay Bay. Love to see you. Let's get it going.
Here we go.
It's been 1 month without football. It's been absolutely miserable.
Really? Oh, yeah.
It's been terrible.
Valentine's Day was like Super Bowl, right? Or something like that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we need to get our fix. We have the Roadrunner himself today, Alabama alum and national champion, our Las Vegas Raiders running back, Kenyan Drake. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Welcome,
to the
man.
show.
Welcome.
Hey, man, this is an awesome setup y'all have. I have ADHD, so I keep getting distracted by everything that's going on around me right now. So
It'll get you real quick.
We'll lock you in.
I can keep it right here.
We'll lock you in.
Before we get started, do not let these two assholes get too much because I'm the only Raider fan in this building right now.
It's true. I'm not
That's
going to lie,
right.
man. I'm a
That's
huge
right.
Niner fan. He's an awful Cowboy fan.
The worst of the fucking worst.
Look
right
how
there.
fake he is wearing a Raiders t-shirt, too. You're fake.
Wow, that was very convenient, Jeff.
I got the official Avengers collab Raiders TV on. This one's hot.
That's the one Raiders thing you found in the closet?
That does look nice,
It's official.
though.
It's real. It's real. One, by the way, everyone in Las Vegas now is a transplant Raiders fan. So we're all adopted Raiders fans.
I do enjoy the field club when I go watch the game, so I like the experience.
You have the most difficult one because you are a Niners fan. So that was
It's
me,
tough.
I'm in the NFC.
Yeah,
I'm a
like I
Cowboys
said,
fan.
you can't really. I wore a Deion jersey, and pretty much everybody told me that I got hurt wearing a Deion jersey because it was a 49er jersey and anything else. So everybody was just like, yeah. I mean, that's your fault you wore, Niners jersey.
They blamed it on that? That's sick.
Yeah, people in my comments like, bro, you have a Niners jersey. Like, that's why you got hurt. I'm just like.
Or Deion's a legend.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's
A
too
cultural
hard.
phenomenon.
You know what I'm saying?
People on the internet, man. You don't blame
I'm
your
sick.
picture on what you wore.
I'm
Literally.
sick.
I would have to say, most likely, before we get anything else, football fans on social media, because of all the things that are going on around football with fantasy football and video games and the actual games itself, like the amount of shit talking that all players and you must receive online must be insane.
I mean, it's like a crazy wave. Like some days it's super high. Like today, I guess the news broke that I signed, I restructured my contract, so it opened up cap space for the team.
Okay.
So I'm like, Don Dada, I'm the hero of Raiderland right now.
Let's go.
And then, for instance, if I fumble or I do something in the game, I'm the worst of the worst.
Get out.
of the
Worst.
You know
Get
what I
out.
mean?
For sure.
So I mean, you just take the good with the bad. It is what it is.
Okay, you have to get used to it now.
Yeah.
Do you look at them now and laugh and be like, man, these people are fucking
Oh
wild.
yeah, I love blocking people.
You're fairly active on
blocking
Twitter.
people.
Yeah.
That's my favorite pastime. Please show me that you're a hater. I'm gonna block you really fast.
You just immediately go after him?
No, I don't go.
He blocks them.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
He's like, I don't need to see that.
I'm not overly looking for it, but if you're bringing more attention to me,
Right.
of course I'm on my social
with the
media.
hate.
I run my own social media, so when I see it, if I feel like it's disrespectful,
Do you
I'll
ever
block
have
it.
a moment where you're like, oh man, I'm gonna get?
I got some time today, or
They're
what?
gonna come for me today.
Oh yeah, all the time,
Yeah, for
all the
sure, for
time.
sure.
You know what I mean? It
You just have to.
It comes with the territory. Like I said, I don't really trip about it.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a tax. That's a tax for the 7 figures.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a tax.
Part of the
I
deal.
go home and lay in my nice bed in my decent sized house, and
There
I
you
really
go.
can't complain.
100%.
Taking the W right
Love
there.
that.
100%.
Love that. Love
By
that.
the way, if the Raiders want to sign us contracts, we'll happily take all
Yeah,
of
man, I'll be-
the
I'll-
hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Waterboy contract, whatever you need.
Whatever
They
No
want.
problem.
I'll do it all.
Yeah, whatever you
I'll do
need.
it all.
Can we start at the beginning real quick? Let's go back to college.
Okay.
All right. What does winning a national championship with Alabama actually mean? Like, being from and playing at Alabama, what does that actually mean to win a national championship?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, man. I tell you, before you even get to a national championship, losing one game means a hell of a lot. It's
Yeah.
like
The expectation is definitely undefeated season
Every season.
yeah,
Every
you
season.
know
for
what
sure.
I mean? And I got lucky because every year that I won a national championship, we actually lost one game. So my freshman year, we lost against Johnny Manziel when he had that crazy game against us at home.
Oh, that game was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy game. And we ended up winning that championship after having like 2-3 other teams kind of lose near the end of the season. And it was like, crazy. We won the SEC championship against Georgia, wild game, and then blew out Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And then my senior year, we lost against Ole Miss when it ended up being our second year in a row losing to them. So, like, literally everybody was like a dynasty over, calling Cowherd, talking shit about it, whatever. You know what I mean? So it just was what it was. Everybody's dynasty, our dynasty was over. Then we ended up, running the table, beating Michigan State in the Cotton Bowl, I think, at the time.
Yeah, and then the college football, that was like one of the first years of it, right?
I think that was the second year because the first year we lost to Ohio State, which was a crazy game because what's his name? The quarterback that played for Ohio State that came out of nowhere, started 3 games at the end of the season, ended up leading them to the
I know
championship.
what you're talking about.
I can't think of his name. I don't know why. He's a great dude. Played for the Buffalo Bills.
Is he a thicker dude? He's kind of
big,
thick.
Big quarterback. I can't think of his name, but he ended
know
up
what you're talking about.
leading them to the national championship that first year, and then we won the next year. But long story short, winning the national championship. I mean, I'm from Atlanta, but playing in a big college football, small town,
there's not that many people there.
You know what I mean? It's like the population swells when there's a game day there.
Sure.
100,000 people at the stadium.
That's
but
insane.
National championships, man, you come back, man, it's just like you just feel like you're on top of the world. And especially with the culmination of everything you work for up to that point in the season, the wins, the losses, the blood, sweat, tears, the cliche, it's all worth it. And, I got 3 SEC championships, so,
Woo.
I mean, a lot of hardware.
It's kind of cool. You have a BCS title and you have a college football playoff title, right? That's very hard to say. A lot of people don't got that.
Actually, no, I don't. I don't think. I mean, besides my team, the teams that I was on specifically, that won that BCS and national championship, I don't think there's any other team that can say that.
I don't think so either. That's
actually
crazy.
a fun fact.
never.
Deshaun had the year before,
right?
But I don't think he won BCS.
Right.
That's crazy.
The OG trophy.
Actually,
the crystal football.
Actually, he won. That wasn't. What was that? That was actually, you know what? I lied. Clemson. Whoever was on that Clemson team that Deshaun won, that they beat us the year before. Actually, no.
No, they only won one.
Yeah, they only won one. That was the year after I left. So they only won the national championship, new playoff.
That's crazy.
What's it like walking around school, going to Alabama during one of the big dynasty seasons, and being a student and
just
a
saying
football player?
are
you guys just like gods walking around? Because that's how I envision it.
For sure.
That's how it has to work.
I mean, literally, I feel like I was more popular in college in that small setting than I am now. I can walk around Vegas and just be whatever, you know what I mean? But it used to be funny. I used to walk around, so obviously I'm not the biggest person when it comes to football stature.
Sure.
I can kind of blend in into a regular crowd unless you just know my face. So people that as I got older, they just kind of recognize me. But I would walk around with Derrick Henry or OJ Howard, and they would just be like, hey, why these guys, why everybody, every time we go somewhere we can't be anywhere, they always notice me. I'm like, because you're 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, bro, and a monster. I know Derrick.
You're obvious. You're obvious.
It's like, do I ever say anything to you? I'm like, no, I can be inconspicuous. I can walk around. I'm not going to, cause a crowd, a scene.
For sure.
But as soon as I walk with them, they're like, man, why are so many people noticing us? Like, you're huge human beings. You know what I mean? It's just
a large
You're
human
this
being.
wide, bro.
It just is what
As a
it
running
is.
back.
Right.
That's crazy.
So, it was great though. I love my time there. I need to actually go back a lot more often than I do. I just I'm busy going seeing family. Tuscaloosa. I go and see games, but I haven't been to a game in Tuscaloosa since I think my rookie year.
Oh wow.
So really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I go to the national championship games or
I guess it's pretty hard to go
games,
see a game,
right?
though,
All the games in Atlanta I go to see,
Okay. Yeah.
But if there's the game in Tuscaloosa, it's like you said, it's hard. So if I have a bye week and they're at home and there's a big game, maybe I'll go.
You're busy on Sundays, you know what I mean?
So,
There's
somewhere to be.
There's somewhere.
Right. It just happened perfectly. I think it was Kentucky, homecoming. I was able to go during my bye week, my rookie year or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
That's dope. That's dope.
Do you have a crazy Nick Saban story?
I feel like everybody that at least was there has a story where you go up to his office and whether you're in trouble or not, but more times than not when you're in trouble and you're about to catch hell from him. And you go and sit down at his desk and he has a button under his desk that he hits and the door closes automatically.
Like it drops you to the floor to another team?
Bye.
See ya. You're out the
crazy.
SEC.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
It's funny. At the end of the day, I feel like he gets a bad rap for like his mentality. I've never seen somebody as much as of a perfectionist as he is.
Sure.
Yeah, but that's why he's great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly. So like anytime I would go there, it was always just I knew what to expect from him. So that's what I respect about him the most. Is that when I go and I see him or I communicate with him and he was going to tell you exactly what's on his mind, exactly what the situation is, exactly how he feels like you can get better. And if you don't heed to that advice, he's going to give you a couple chances and then, you know,
he's going to move on.
Press the button under the desk.
Yeah, and send you about your way.
Can you imagine walking there, sitting down, and you don't know that button's there and the door closes? You'd be like,
automatically.
Hell no.
He just like, you know, he tells the security in the front, you know, you're here. Yeah. You walk in, he just already sitting at the desk like Godfather. And he got his arms crossed and his legs
very
crossed.
premeditated.
And he just hits the button, and then as you're walking in, the door just closes, and you just feel like a ghost just kind
trapped.
of trapped.
Yeah.
It's very
sick.
intimidating, but I mean, after a while, when you get older, I mean, you know, you just kind of get used to his antics, and it doesn't really not necessarily faze you anymore, but you respect it. It's
100%.
not. It's like you're not fearful of it. You just respect it.
Right.
You know what I mean,
You're trying to avoid it if you can.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
you
mean?
never
At
want to
that
go.
point,
Okay,
if possible.
coach's office is not the place you want to be.
Not trying to be there.
I've always wondered, going and talking about Alabama football team and the uniform. I could probably Google this, but it's one of the most recognizable combos, and it's one of the most simplest combos uniform-wise.
They don't change it.
Is it mandatory that all you guys have to wear like the shin-length white socks and black cleats?
Yeah.
I knew it.
So, and it's funny, the older I get, the more I feel like, I mean, he's probably, I mean, I guess I can say this now. I'm 6 years in the league. I feel like he's getting a little soft now.
Sure.
Because
He's letting people change it up a little
yeah,
bit.
he's letting people
You
wear.
can't get called to the office anymore. I
He's
just
letting
don't
people
know.
wear sleeves. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like wristbands, like all different type of stuff. And I remember I got cussed out because I had like an armband on my arm. Like maybe I think like one or two or whatever. He was like, "Ooh, what is this? Like, this is not Alabama football." I'm just like,
Wow.
like really like down my throat about some armbands, like ripped them off my arm. And I just felt like I was just like, I look good, I play good, you know what I mean? But it wasn't. He was trying to prove to the point that it wasn't about me.
That.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
sure.
Don't bring attention to me.
The name on the chest.
Right, exactly.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The number on your helmet, like the name on your back, like represent that, but don't like try to the detriment of the uniform.
Yep.
Take, you know, more pride in that than, you know, going out there
Right.
and playing for the uniform.
What was that famous quote he had about Oregon? He got asked one time, like, "Oh, hey, Oregon has like 100 different jersey combinations,
yeah.
something like that." He said, "Yeah, we have 2. We concentrate on who's wearing the jersey, not
Yeah.
the different colors." It was like, "Oh, wow, okay,
Wow,
for sure.
what a
Yeah,
flex.
yeah,
Like, the best
that
thing.
that was a big flex. Like, damn it.
You know, I would love to see was like Katie's face when he saw the dude wearing an arm sleeve, and he'd be like, "What the hell? How come he gets to wear that?"
Literally. But even before then, like
I like how that's giving like. That's a big win now, you know?
Yeah.
After not restricting it, like all these other jersey combinations that are having all these other schools, like now, like you said, wearing one armband is like, oh, wow.
No, really. Like
Okay.
one
That's big
armband, a
difference.
sleeve, you know what I mean? Like different shoes. I was just like, I mean, cool.
That's
I-
different. Good
I
for
just-
them.
I'm just, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Good
happy
for
that
them.
he can, you know, kind of
Right.
transgress into the
Evolve.
You know, especially to today's world, because the kids today, I feel like transfer portal.
They want
They
swag.
love it, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They love
Now,
it. They
you
want
know
the
what I
swag.
mean?
They
Yeah.
love it, yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Hey, your program's really nice. Let me see that locker room. What type of jersey combos you got?
100%.
Who's the shoe provider?
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You gotta
Is it
play the
stripes or-
game.
There's just a number on this helmet?
He's-
I'm out.
He told
I'm
me
out.
about business before I knew business because Alabama is a business
Oh, my
first
goodness.
and foremost. You know what I mean? So that's why I went there. I kind of knew that at the end of the day, I was going to come here and I was going to leave a better man on and off the field than I came because of how they ran that program.
And it raises your stock, right? You're an Alabama running back.
It really
That's
does.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're 50% of the draft at that point.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
I wish it was that easy. But,
I mean, do the numbers on now. Maybe 25% of the draft. All right, national championship, the play. How hard is it to actually return a kickoff or a punt return for a touchdown?
well, granted, I've returned a lot of kick returns,
Yeah.
and I don't. To be honest, I can't say punt returns. I feel like punt returns are very hard. You know, I don't know. I just feel like regardless, either one is just very difficult because kick returns you have just it's like kamikazes just coming down,
Running
and
at
just-
you like wild, man.
Yeah, it's just crazy. People literally get paid to like take your head off on kick return, especially in the league. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's very difficult in that sense because I feel for the front linemen. Like they really have to like take it on the chin majority of the time.
Bro, somebody's going like 20 yards full speed at you
No,
and you're just getting
literally.
ready in.
That's
It's
why
crazy.
that's why they changed the rules because initially it was like they had like the 5-yard head start.
Yeah.
Now you have to start you can't move until the ball's kicked,
Yep.
and you're like right at the line of scrimmage where to kick the ball. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they try to reduce the amount of contact that you get, and they try to.
Plus, by the way, a lot of the players on special teams aren't playing any other time. They are gassed up.
They're ready.
Exactly.
They have been rested, fresh legs coming for your head.
But the play just seems impossible, right? There's no way that you're going to run 97 yards and get through all those people and then it
in a national championship,
But that's
impossible.
But that's what's the ultimate team sport about this game, because it takes 10 people, 11 people in general, but 10 people in front of me to do their job and, to do it to where, it's according to the plan and things like that. So it's all credit to them, obviously, but it's like you have to be able to make one person miss.
Yeah.
And if you can make that one person miss, in a sense, you can kind of, get yards. You might not score a touchdown every time, but you can get a substantial amount of yards. Now you make multiple people miss. Now the numbers are kind of dwindling. The math is starting to math. Like, all right, I can kind of get a couple more yards, and if you got the ability, you can take it to the crib.
Yeah.
But it's hard to make people miss in this league, especially the older you get, the more experience you get. People just know angles. They know kind of, they scheme against you, or they're not going to kick it to you at all. You know what I mean?
No, I feel like football's so fast. Is it a little bit of slow motion when that ball is in the air? Like, the game of football is so fast.
Yeah.
But that moment when the ball is in the air and you're waiting for it and it's just you and you're trying to focus on one thing.
Yeah.
Is that
catching the ball first?
Yeah, just catching the ball.
It's kind of like, have y'all played baseball before?
Yes.
Like, so when you're in a zone and like, say for instance, you getting pitched and the ball just looks like a golf ball coming up there, and you feel like you just can't hit anything.
Yep.
Sometimes like I get back there where I'm just so if I'm thinking about catching the ball, that's a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just got to be in the groove, like
second
things
nature.
like that. Exactly.
Yeah.
But when like I'm thinking about, I don't know, I'm just kind of grooving, I'm moving, I'm running. The ball is just I'm already thinking about what's ahead of me.
Yeah.
But if I'm worried about the ball coming down, that's why there's a couple times even in practice, like I had yips like in the middle of the season. I really did. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
I just was just
Right to the face mask.
it was just hitting me just all over the place. I just felt like I couldn't catch a kick return to save my life. I've been doing it my entire life.
That's
I've been playing
crazy.
football since 6, kick returns since I was like 12. You know what I mean? It's just for whatever reason I just didn't have the confidence.
Sure.
The confidence is key. So
For sure.
it is what it
Confidence.
is.
I would drop that shit. Absolutely. Not even a question. Not even a
Well,
question.
all these videos about like whatever, just general athletes trying to catch punts or kicks, and they're missing like every single one of them.
Yeah.
Like especially like location wise and the actual catch.
Now,
too.
punt return, I don't even want to talk about punt return because I give that I have no ability to catch a punt return.
No.
I really don't. I just don't have the confidence in doing it. Like
Yeah.
because kick returns, you absolutely know there's nobody's going to be in your face within
you're at the
like
goal
5,
line.
10 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Punt returns, you have to be able to catch the ball with people running at you, knowing like people's going to be at you.
People are already there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's just the people that can catch like punt returns in that degree, I applaud them because I
And
can't
still
do
make
it.
a move right away,
know what
right
I
when that
mean?
dude's right at you.
I had a punt return one time in college or in high school, actually. The one time I did it in the game. And, we was just doing for field position because our punt returner got hurt. And the ball up in the air, it was a night game, weird lights. I couldn't barely see the ball when it went up in the sky.
Just gone.
And I was just like, and I just let it drop. So he comes in, my coach is like, you got to catch the ball. We need field position. I'm like, got you.
Got you.
Sure, coach.
I go again, and the last second, I'm looking, I move out the way. The last time I ever did punt return in my career.
He didn't want to wait for the fair catch. He
not
said,
even
nope,
for a
that's
catch,
cool.
I just let it drop. I was like, if I fumble this, they might
That's
get
even
it.
worse, yeah.
Sure.
If I don't touch it at all, we still have possession. I
Right,
feel like
yeah,
it's a
facts.
win-win. He was like,
Yeah.
no, we need possession.
Yeah, that's
said,
10 yards.
This is
man.
about not making mistakes. It's about
Right.
doing good.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
like, it's not in me, coach. I'm sorry.
I honestly have always thought that in the game, high pressure situation, like especially like a national championship, even a kick return, man, what was that feeling when you scored that touchdown?
It was actually relief. I had a lot going on that season. Well, actually within the last couple of years, because the year before I broke my ankle.
Right.
I felt like I was having a good year, like up to that point. I think I had scored like 6 touchdowns in like 3 games in my junior year. Felt like I was like really striding. Felt like I was hitting my stride or whatever. And of course we had great players in front of me. So I felt like, we all were eating and it was a good time. And I didn't know, to be honest, I can admit this now, if I was going to stay in college or not. I felt like if I continued that pace, I might have, come out because we had a lot of competition there. So then I get hurt. I obviously go through the rest of the season hurt. Next year, come back. I didn't really feel like myself. I kind of finally started hitting my stride as the season kind of went on because the ankle injury takes a little bit of time, especially that type of ankle. I dislocated my ankle, fractured my fibula, all that. And I broke my arm against Mississippi State.
Damn.
So I broke my ankle against Ole Miss, broke my arm against Mississippi State. So thankfully there are no Mississippi teams in the league. So I don't got to worry about that anymore.
He said, "Screw that state. Screw that state."
So I broke my arm, and then I finally come back in the SEC championship with a cast on that the engineering department made for me, little carbon fiber cast, which is pretty cool.
That's sick.
Right?
Yeah,
that's super sick.
Iron Man.
Really cool.
The engineering guy who saves a football player's career for the season.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it
sick.
was
Hey,
pretty
that's
cool.
me. That's me out there.
That's me. That's me. That's me.
That's me.
I made that. I made that.
That's
it
extra
was-
credit
it was
work
a
right
great
there.
time. I mean, you can see my scar too.
Oh, wow.
This is more
Yeah.
from the surgery than the
Sure. Actual injury, yeah.
injury, but I mean, still pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's my tattoo.
Yeah, there you
But at the end of the day, it was just relieving because I felt like I had been through a lot, and the culmination of my career kind of came full circle, and I felt like I made an impact
That's it
on
right
a
there.
team, on a national stage, to help my team, get to our ultimate goals. And I just felt relieved to be able to do that for them.
You have that photo up in your house?
I actually.
Come on, the photo was sick.
I had the photo. I don't have it in my up in my house. I'm
Yeah.
kind of doing renovations or whatever, so technically I don't have it up, but I have the photo.
You have it.
that's
Because the
sick.
photo
That's
was
lit.
sick.
That's
I
lit.
have it.
Well, before the show, I was researching a couple things, and there's so many comments about the photo, and it's that photo that when you're outstretched about to score, it's so sick.
And I think it's the arm that I broke
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
It's weird how life happens like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that's sick, though.
I'm thankful for it. It
So
was
it's
great.
an 8 foot by 8 foot frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's renovating because it's a
Right?
mural. It's a
It might
mural
be
now.
at least 4 feet.
It would be huge in my house.
Yeah. It might be.
Oh, did you notice that? Did you notice anything other?
Yeah, actually, somebody tweeted to me they had put the photo up in their crib, a smaller version of it.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of cool, weird but cool, seeing myself in other people's houses.
A stranger's house, yeah.
You know what
It's
I mean?
iconic
Yeah.
for them.
Right.
Those are moments they appreciate. And that's a
Exactly.
true fan
So
base.
it's
It's lit.
Because the fans, you changed their mood, their day.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So many people that share with me what they were doing at that time. It's just almost like a great moment for them in that specific time. They knew where they were, what they were doing, what they were who they were with. You
Right.
know, it was just a lot of emotion built upon it. So it's cool to share.
Well, speaking of the injuries that you had, can't say you've had some of the greatest luck when it comes to injuries, right? And I'm sure I can't even imagine what that is as a roller coaster. How was dealing with the injuries in your football career, college and NFL, affected you?
It's taught me about perseverance. It taught
Right.
me about patience. Especially the one in college where I dislocated my ankle and broke my fibula. That was my first major injury playing football. I've had a lot of maybe little hamstrings or twisted ankles, but that was my first time actually breaking something. So it taught me that it slowed me down and taught me there was more to life than just football and more to life than just, immediate success. It taught me to sit down, plan things out. Maybe at the end of the day, if football wasn't something I wanted to do or I would be able to do because I didn't know how my ankle was going to heal from that I would have, another plan to kind of, foresee what I would be able to do after that. And I was fortunately I had the best rehab staff back then to help me through both those injuries, my arm and my ankle. Shout out to Dr. Waldrop for my ankle and Dr. Kane for my arm.
Dope.
Waldrop actually did my other ankle too.
Let's
Let's
get
go.
business.
Plug.
Shout out to my boy.
Appreciate you.
getting business.
Appreciate you.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you anymore, man.
Right, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's been a blessing. It's like a double-edged sword in a sense. Obviously, don't want to be hurt, but I've learned so many things from that adversity that I feel like it's definitely made me a better person.
Yeah,
and better
and it shows you can persevere, right? You get through it and keep rolling.
Right,
That's dope.
exactly.
I mean, it just has to be so tough being a professional athlete and then getting hurt and not being able to do your job that you're paid for. That's how you put food on your table. That's how you pay your bills, and not being able to do that, what that future holds. That's got to be so stressful. Like us, we all have jobs and careers. I'll just go get another job next
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
For someone that
I also can't get injured
professional
podcasting.
athlete, tough. I'm hanging out. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna break my ankle, or
Right.
maybe, who knows?
Maybe you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Just step
Yeah,
off that
you know,
road or something.
yeah.
No, I mean, we
Much
don't want to
different.
wish it on you, but
It's gonna happen to you for
Do you
sure.
but I feel like coming back from the injury, is that mentally, are you really thinking about it, or can you really go out on the field and say, you know what, I'm fucking ready?
I mean, it takes a little bit. I mean, you gotta, I have a couple therapists, physical therapy. I actually have a mental therapist that I talk to as well. You got to keep everything right, your mind sharp as well. as your body.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So, It takes time and energy to kind of get used to people falling around you. I mean, because it's an unnatural thing to have something break on you and think, okay, it's okay, I'm just going to go back full speed, immediately.
Yeah, and there's 300-pound dudes trying to grab you.
You know what I mean?
It's much, much different for sure.
So you came out publicly about that, on your opinion on NFL rule changes on how people tackle.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I don't fault the person specifically. I'm not saying he did anything malicious, what I mean?
Right.
But it's, the horse collar wasn't a malicious tackle, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that got outlawed because
sure.
of the nature of how many people get hurt.
Yep.
And my whole thing of tweeting that out at that moment was that, okay, I see that there are a lot of people getting hurt in this scenario. Me, obviously, personally, I was affected, but a lot of other people, even that got hurt last year, and he's a quarterback, you know what I mean? So I feel like if the emphasis in the league is to really protect the players, they should take a deeper look into that style of tackle. Of course, that's, I don't want to put any more pressure on the defense to try to, change the way they tackle. That could potentially hurt them as well.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, if the emphasis is on player safety, they need to at least take a serious look at,
for sure,
the
or address
potential
it,
injuries that cause from that tackle.
The other angles, yeah. Man, honestly, shout out to you, man, because after an injury or two, a couple, going out there with full confidence in yourself.
That's that perseverance.
Knowing that people they don't give a shit, right? Like, they're coming for you no matter what. Like, that takes an incredible amount of
and going back and
mental
doing the
toughness.
same thing that got you hurt.
Right.
Like if I go out and skateboard and break my ankle,
That's a wrap.
I'm not going to skateboarding.
Right.
Hey, I tried skiing. That sucked. Bye. Never again.
I always had this drive within me. I just whether I show it outwardly or in any type of weird fashion by telling people I feel like this, but I have a lot of confidence in myself. So I feel like regardless of the fact of course football is eventually going to end, but right now while I have my full ability, I'm going to put my all into it, whether that's rehab, whether that's, I'm 100%. I feel like I'm that guy, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to continue to move like that.
100%.
Well, so obviously you said you just restructured your deal, the Raiders. Shout out to that. Congratulations.
Yes,
Let's go.
Let's go.
I saw the tweet. Money bags.
Let's go.
I saw it.
Let's go.
Handshake emojis in the chat.
Yeah. Great timing. Timing.
Yeah.
2022 is going to be what kind of year for you?
I feel like it's going to be a year for a lot of growth. On and off the field. I feel like I just turned 28 in January, so I'm not a spring chicken when it comes to running backs in this league, but I feel like that's more of a mentality. I still feel like I'm in my prime, just hitting my prime, especially when it comes to off the field endeavors. So I feel like mirroring that all together, I'm going to continue to take the next step, and I'm really ready to catapult myself into
growth.
another stratosphere per se.
Yeah. Cool.
You excited for Josh McDaniels?
Yeah, for sure. Josh, I actually talked to him for the first time earlier this week. Went up to the facility. I do rehab up there every day, but went upstairs and talked to him, and I feel like he has a great plan. I love his offensive mind. Obviously with him being the head coach, he's going to have a little bit more responsibility in just the offense, but he's still going to be hands-on, and
for sure
make sure that this team is successful, but I feel like he's going to be really hands-on with the running back group, and he's going to really see us, the group that we have, to really take off and lead this league.
Yeah,
that's a monster name head coach for the Raiders, man. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Huge.
Big pickup, but they're not Raider fans, so don't listen too much to these guys.
By the way, how much longer could you have been Raiders fans before?
I mean, I was born here, so
you just automatically
I was just a Raiders fan.
Yeah. So you're just more of a Vegas fan than you are. So you
of course, the city is over everything.
Don't. This is absolute crap. Absolute bullshit.
Yeah, man.
Can we talk? All right, this is crazy. Can you walk us through the miracle in Miami?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that had to have been probably the coolest play you've ever been involved in.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to kind of top that for sure. I'll give y'all a little quick story.
All right.
So, Adam Gase, head coach.
Yep.
Every Saturday we do last play of the game scenarios.
Okay.
Wasn't always that specific play that we practiced, but every week it would just be like a random play that he'll kind of call out. We didn't really practice it during the week, but we were expecting to know it in the scenario. They usually just show us the card. But in practice, he just called a play, and we just kind of got to go out there and just run it, from memory, which we always never got right.
Because it's that one play that y'all are right.
It was we
back page of the playbook.
What I mean? He just throws it in the last play. We know it's coming. We just don't know which one.
Yeah.
So literally that week was that play. And weeks prior up to that point, we practiced it and never got it right. You know, somebody be doing one way, somebody caught the pitch before,
It's
whatever.
14 laterals, not 11.
You
Come
know what I
on,
mean?
let's
It
go.
was just weird. So, weirdly enough, he called that play the day before, and we got it right. Like everybody was clapping up and everything.
And practice, I was like, "Yo, got it right."
We got it right. You know what I mean? And the last thing I think is, I remember if I said it or somebody else said it, or if I said it to myself, hopefully we don't have to use this play. You know what I mean? Because that means we're in a situation that we gotta score.
Where we need 10 laterals.
Right, you know what I mean? So, long story short, game time comes. You know, they would go up by how many points, and now we come out on the field, 6-7 seconds left or whatever on our own 30, and he called a play, and I'm just like, well, we do need it.
Here we are.
So I go through the scenario where I'm in the backfield. I think it's like trips to the left or something. And I have to make sure I chip out because, obviously if the DN sacks the quarterback, the play can get off. So, he catches the ball. I'm looking. Nobody's rushing because they're trying to drop everybody off.
Yep.
I run out the backfield. Kenny catches the lateral or catches the hitch. He kind of makes a move and pitches it to Devontae. Devontae is supposed to catch it and run for as many yards as he can before he tries to pitch it back to me. But he catches it and immediately pitches it back to me.
He was like, I don't want this.
So I caught it, and I'm like, all right, I'm running. But that's literally the end of the script. There's nothing else. There's nothing else scripted after that.
Yeah.
So I get the ball, and I'm like running. I kind of feel Van Noy, I think it was, like kind of tackle me from behind.
Yeah.
I kind of break his tackle a little bit, and I kind of turn. It kind of turned me. So now I'm looking to see, all right, do I want to like throw the ball over on the other side of the field?
Yeah.
So the defense is kind of feeling that too. So they kind of like stop. Nobody ever like really attacks me. They're like they see the ball in my hand, so they think I'm going to throw it back.
You got that little buffer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they stop. I kind of buffer a little bit, and everybody it just creates this like scene, and all of a sudden like I see it and I just hit it because it was just like my clock was going off. I'm like, all right, somebody's gonna tackle me out. I need to get the ball in my hand. I just run, and the scene just opened up, and Ted Larson, the hero, the real hero of the Miami Miracle, the lineman, 62. He runs and he seals off Patrick Chung as I'm running up. I didn't even see him, so I would have got tackled. So he seals him off, and all of a sudden, all I see is
It's
Gronk.
a foot rest.
Gronk.
It's a foot race with Gronk, bro.
And literally, I BS you not. The one thing I thought in my head was I can't get tackled by Gronk.
Yeah.
Literally.
Can you imagine?
He's a Hall of Fame for sure tight end, but he was not going to be known for tackling me to save the game, to give him more
At the 5-yard line,
Yo.
right?
Yeah. So I just put my head down, I just run as fast as I could.
Yeah, okay.
And I get to the end zone, and I guess he stumbled. I didn't realize I don't think he realized I got on him so quick. I didn't realize it because he just stumbled, and I just ran past him.
Yeah.
And I got in his zone, and the only thing I just thought to do was just throw the ball as far as I could.
Throw that ball. You launched that ball.
I just felt like I was just like, man. I mean, I feel like this is the boss thing to do.
You deserved it.
Yeah.
Right, you know
For
what I mean?
sure, for sure.
And then I, got on Twitter like the next couple of days pleading for the ball back or whatever.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Got good pub, you know what I mean? So it was cool.
That was crazy. Do you think if there was anybody else back there besides Gronk tight end that they had a chance to get to you or even touch you?
Like,
He couldn't even touch you.
You know what I mean? Like if they had actually, like I don't even think McCourty was on the field.
safety.
They took McCourty off the field, and like I don't know if anybody knew this, but prior to the game, or I think during the game, Tannehill had hurt his ankle or something, so he wasn't even 100% to throw the ball that far, or I don't even think at 100% he could throw the ball 75 yards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I
That's
don't know why they
far.
were in like a prevent defense. They should have just lined up in regular defense, had a safety out there.
Yep.
They might have had a chance to get me. I'm not gonna say they did because
of
obviously,
course.
I'm gonna score regardless.
100%.
But they just made it a little easier for me.
For sure.
That must
They were
have-
expecting that Hail Mary instead of somebody running by.
They waited,
Yeah. And he took like the worst angle. He was-
I mean, I had to
And-
get
The
Hey,
odds
hit
of
the
that play
turbocharger.
working, though, is so ridiculously
Oh,
small.
yeah.
No, it's
Very.
crazy.
So it actually happening when you actually cross the end zone, though, you must have just mentally
Wow.
been like, no
Yeah,
way.
I literally looked
No
around,
way.
I'm just like, please don't be a flag. Please don't
Yeah,
be a flag.
yeah.
You know
Oh, my
what I
God,
mean?
you have to look back. You're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No, that's
and I
lit.
look up, I see everybody celebrating. I just
Going
threw the
crazy.
ball. I
We're
just crossed
good.
my arm,
Yeah.
I'm just like. And
He
then I
said,
got
that's what happens when I hit the booster. He said, I hit the
and you
booster.
threw that
I'm
ball
out.
about 75 yards upper
I did.
deck.
And the actually real funny part about it is like that whole season I had like a bad like rotator cuff. So, like, literally when I threw the ball, I think my trainers was like, your arm look good then.
No.
It looks fantastic.
I had like a non-contact jersey for like 3 weeks up to that point. Like, I wouldn't get touched in practice because my shoulder was like that banged up, and I like just launched the ball. I was like, yo, that was just adrenaline.
Yeah, next week in practice, he was like, they're like, you ain't getting the no contact. You're getting hit today.
I don't remember even having non-contact after that.
Yeah.
You're practicing.
They're
like, you
I
good.
think you're good.
That's
like
so
that
dope,
tunnel
man.
vision, like when you see in the movies when like nothing, everything, and you
Yeah.
just see like that one spot, that
Right.
one corner.
Yeah.
Give me that corner.
That was between that and the national championship. Those were like, I've had games where I've kind of blacked out, where I just felt like I was in a groove, but specific plays, those two come to mind where, like, if anybody mentioned like tunnel vision or like you just blacked out, I think of those plays because like there was just so much riding on like that specific moment. I was just like it was just so much adrenaline. I was just it was just crazy.
So many amazing players, by the way, have had incredible careers or whatever, but
And
have
haven't
not
had
had
defining
iconic
moments,
plays, right? Or moments. Not that it's a good thing or a bad thing, but just haven't been in the situation, right,
Right.
and had it worked out.
Right.
And you've had some serious.
You have two
iconic
that are
moments.
humongous.
Not to mention, you have a play that has a nickname.
Right.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's sick.
Now,
Because games don't even have nicknames, but just a play.
Yeah. The Miami, that's crazy.
The Miracle
That's hot.
Miami?
See, the
The
thing
Miracle
is,
Miami.
I'm a realist, and I love to play, and the play is going to live in Miami lore forever.
Yeah.
But we lost 3 straight games after that, and we were in a playoff hunt. We literally were in a playoff hunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So literally, anytime like that play comes up, all I see people say is, "Oh, we lost draft spots because of that play."
Get out of here, bro.
What
Haters,
or
bro.
the Patriots still won a Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Also true.
Right, you know.
That-
so
yeah,
it's
it
just,
also happened,
I'm a
yeah.
realist, so I respect it.
Yeah.
I still appreciate the moment, and I know people.
We're all about
appreciate the
positivity
moment,
here,
you know
my
what I mean?
man. We're all about positivity.
Right. So it is what it is, man. You know?
Facts, facts.
All right, look, whatever. I'm putting my hater blockers.
Fans, bro.
Real.
Shut them down.
You'll never get past them.
I always wanted to like.
That is, by the way, for a Patriots fan, it's a great response. Yeah, okay, man, cool, bro. We still won the Super Bowl. You're
No,
like, all right, shut up.
exactly.
Yeah.
It is
Whatever.
what it is. That's funny.
That's still epic, though. I mean, honestly, it's so sick. Man, I wish I could have. That would have been like an insane game to be at.
What?
No, it was so many people that left.
If
and-
yeah,
Can you
the fans
imagine?
respected.
6 seconds left, you'd be like, it's a wrap, bro. I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of other teams, by the way, so what's the biggest difference between playing with Miami, Arizona, and Vegas?
Well, need a lot of these for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
There you go. No, for sure. I mean, it's just funny. I got these on. I always wanted to take myself serious enough where I wore sunglasses inside or whatever. So I'm just gonna take this moment to feel myself.
Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all you,
yeah.
bro.
Have
It's
my
all you.
glasses on.
They look
It's all you,
fantastic.
bro.
Keep them on.
If y'all
Absolutely
mind,
not.
No, I'm playing. But the difference between there, I mean, coaching staff, obviously, colors, obviously, fan bases are just like great fan bases. Travel real well. Miami is hot and humid. Obviously, being out here is a desert. I had to get used to that because I'm from the South and humidity is like galore down there.
Yeah.
And it was a little extra in Miami because it was like all year. And then I got out here and I felt like a fish out of water. Like I never felt like I had to apply so much freaking sunscreen and like I don't know. Black people, you don't think black people need sunscreen? Yeah, I need sunscreen out here, bro. It's wild.
Yeah, man, you be baking out here.
Yeah,
It's,
like
the
folks
weather
really
is tough.
complain about like the humidity back home. I love the humidity. And I'm like, well, let's dry heat out here. And I'm like, 120 is 120.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Still 120.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's
like,
bad.
I can't. Yeah, I'll be in the house in the summertime, bro.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
to me.
Not at
I don't
all.
want to meet you anywhere.
Right.
sure.
So,
Or
I
give me
mean,
30 minutes to get my AC up in my car.
Yeah.
Right. No, literally. Like I'm like if it's not between 6:30 and 7:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
I'm in the house.
Yeah.
I'm in the house. I get my workouts early. I'm done.
And everything else is inside.
No, literally.
Everything else is inside.
Literally. But I love playing for all 3 organizations, man. I felt like every year I was able to reinvent myself and continue to build upon the platform that I was already started. You know what I mean? From Bama to Miami to Arizona to here. I felt like I had to bet on myself each and every time, double down on it a couple times and understand that, at the end of the day, it's a business. And, I appreciate the business that they gave to me, the opportunity they gave to me. And I'm, here in Las Vegas with another great opportunity to continue to build upon what I've started.
Yeah. Outside of the injury, how has it been moving to Vegas so far?
Oh, it's been great. I love the city. It's not very big. It's not very big at all.
No.
Which I had to learn. You know
Sure.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
No.
Like, so, you meet different people and
It's great. See you in 20 minutes. Really, you just fine, no matter where you're at. Yeah, see you in 20.
It's a small town for sure, and I love the Strip. I feel like it's like Miami, obviously a little smaller, but without water. Like it's the same type of vibe. You know, if you want to be able to get into something, you can. If you want to chill, you know, the suburbs is obviously a great place to, you know, be out the way. You know, you can go in to get great food, you know, lounges, you know.
Just your normal people stuff.
Right, exactly. I love it. I love it.
Dope.
Did you ever come to Vegas often before you moved here?
I came one time.
Okay.
New Year's before COVID hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
like
Rage
2020,
Fest.
yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, D.
Stayed at the Aria, like all the streets were blocked off. Couldn't get in any of the hotels unless you had like, you know, reservations, room keys, things like that. So that was my first like view of Vegas. Actually, this is my second time coming to Mandalay Bay. Actually, my first time since then, so my second time ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because the other time was when I came out here for New Year's, and it was for the Michael Jackson experience.
Okay. The show? Yeah,
the show with the hologram or
whatever.
Yeah, so that was great. Like, that's probably a all-time memory for me, so it's cool being back here. I appreciate y'all.
Welcome home.
You know what I'm saying? Welcome home. We got to get you back to the strip more often.
No,
we got
sure,
you, man,
sure,
you know?
No doubt.
We'll take care of you.
Yeah, 100%. You wear your sunglasses whenever you want to. You know what I'm saying?
You.
Yeah. You can,
It's a vibe. There you go.
You can have it whenever you want. What is the best rookie prank you've ever seen? You've been on 3 teams now, so you got to have seen some good ones.
Let me think. Best rookie prank. Well, I know when I was in Miami, man, the D linemen, they did the rookie D linemen dirty, real dirty. Like $50,000 at like Prime 112.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah.
Oof. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Never
You know
seen.
what I mean?
Damn.
You know, we're not going, not say names or anything.
Allegedly.
But it was crazy. You
That
know?
the rookie dinner is real, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
In every like category, probably.
Yeah, I mean, my rookie dinner, it wasn't like crazy. I was only rookie. Y'all was only rookie. So all I did, we went to like I was a smart rookie. So I like was plugged into the city already. You know, one of my homegirls.
And this is in Miami,
right?
Yeah.
So one of my homegirls like knew, or I knew the manager like STK. So she got me set up there dinner like. I think like 40% off the check, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's
right.
it.
So, you know, it was still up there because we ordered crazy stuff, but at the end of the day, it wasn't like crazy. So I felt like
you got away with one.
Right,
You're good,
exactly.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Then we went out to the club afterwards, and I had to pay for that too. But,
Oh, damn.
You know, then that was extra.
Also allegedly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
for
know
sure.
what I mean? It's what it is. I mean, we in the league now. It's not like, you know, it's college, you know.
Yeah, you do what you need to.
Right, it is what it is.
That's
so.
a good rite of passage, though.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. You know.
You earned it. Everyone's getting paid. Everyone's having a good time.
It is what it
Yeah.
is, man. I enjoyed it. I mean, because it's all good fun. And then what I get, my standard is like, I don't make the rookies do anything. Like if like I'm like to be looked at like the leader or the older person in the group. I'm like, if you want to do something like out of your heart, cool. Like the one thing I do ask for is snacks during camp because we're up there all day. Like, go get us snacks, please. Like I appreciate it.
Very nicely,
That's
but
very
go
nice.
get us some
That's
fucking
very
snacks.
Like, you know, like going to like get us like dinner, like or so what they usually do is as rookies. You're not required, but you know you're asked to like go get food like before trips.
Carry pads and stuff.
Yeah, like during camp, but like it's more like kind of like a culmination during the season.
Got it.
So it's like, you know, but like before away games, they'll go and get like Chick-fil-A or something or Popeyes, you know, to bring to for the vets for like their specific position.
Yep.
You know, and I never really like. I was just like, if you want to, you can. If you don't, you don't. You know, I feel like we're all grown men.
Yeah.
I don't want to disrespect anybody, and I don't want to, you know, feel like. You know, I'm looking down on you.
Sure.
You know, now there's some people that, you know, they're
gonna have fun with it.
They gonna let you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. They gonna let you know.
Yeah. But I don't have that personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know I didn't want to be treated like that.
100%.
Because I had to, you know, let somebody know, you know, back when I was a rookie, like, hey, I don't care, you know, you from where you from, I'm from where I'm from, and where I'm from, I don't really get down
And
like
we're
that.
all adults right now.
You know what I mean?
I'm a grown ass
We're not in
man.
fucking college or high school.
I feel like there's like frat hazing type of stuff you can do, or there's like the rookie dinner. Cool.
Yeah.
Pull out your credit
Everybody
card,
knows
my
that,
man.
yeah.
You just got paid. Pay
Right.
up. Welcome
Exactly.
to the squad.
Welcome to the squad.
Or buy me a damn steak. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Or and 10 bottles of champagne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a couple crab legs too.
It is what it is.
A little bit of caviar on top while you're at it. You know.
Yeah.
Got a little money. Just get your FA to write it off or something.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
They'll figure it out.
If there's a
Right.
rookie running back dinner, hit us up. We'll set something dope
yeah.
up. You know what I'm saying?
Say less.
He's
I got
already
you.
plugged. He said, "I got
Yeah,
40%
we'll
off at
set
STK. We
something up,
good."
you know?
Exactly.
Wherever you guys want.
Or
Yeah.
we'll tell them we'll give them a fake discount so they'll get all here all hyped, thinking it's not a big deal. Whack them for the full check.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Oh yeah,
I like
bro,
that.
like
Right.
50% off, you good?
Right.
Oh, what is this? What is this?
Yeah.
What,
sick.
how you really get them? This is the real crazy part that I heard how people do it. How they really raise a checkup is they order stuff beforehand.
Okay.
So it's like you order
Preset the table with.
pre-steaks or like champagne bottles to the crib.
Oh, no.
And that's how the check gets took up to the sky.
That's
so like
crazy.
you're there and you thinking, oh, this is what I'm paying for. So by the eye, you're like, all right, this is
Yeah, everybody got one steak, one appetizer.
$5,000 tab, with probably 10 people. So you're like, oh, it's not that bad. No, it comes $50,000 because they pre-ordered some stuff.
Oh, yeah, we got some shit beforehand too.
sir,
It's
yes.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Goodie bags walking out,
Yeah.
a bottle of Ace,
Yeah,
a bottle of
I'm
I'm not
tequila.
sure if you knew this, but they actually ate here last night saying the tab is being paid tonight.
Oh,
too.
that's sick.
You know?
That's how they get them. You know what I mean? That's the sick part behind it.
I respect the strategy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Another thing too, we always joke around. Obviously, we see a lot what's going on in the games, but we don't get to see a lot what's happening in practice. Do you have a crazy practice story? We know some drama's going on in practice.
The one that I hear about from like multiple friends, right, is the Aaron Donald ripping off somebody's face mask,
Yeah,
right? Everybody hears about that. Like, yo, that's the wildest thing I've ever
It's
heard in my
always
life.
fights. I mean, because it's
Sure.
big men, testosterone.
Yeah.
Especially during camp where you're hitting each other all the time.
Yeah.
So like eventually you just get tired of hitting each other.
And you're going against the same guy every day.
and you're
Every day.
earning spots, man.
Exactly.
Training camp too.
True,
like,
true,
You know what I mean?
So I can't think of like any just crazy just practice situation like specifically
Or
but
incredible
just-
play.
just-
Yeah.
I just know. Okay, I tell you one thing. One person that always just wowed me, Jarvis Landry, when I was in Miami. God has the biggest hands, bro. Like you shake his hand and he's like
Engulfs that shit.
Here, you know what I mean? And he's not the biggest person. He might be 5'10", you know what I mean?
Yeah.
5'11", but his hands are huge. And literally any pass that was thrown his way that just looked uncatchable, he's catching it.
That's
there.
incredible.
You know what I mean? It's just
So that's real. What we see, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you see it in the game, and you're just like, that was just crazy. He does it all the time in practice.
That's
you know
awesome.
What I mean? It's just between him, between D-Hop,
Ooh.
who else? Larry, like, it's funny because
Larry Legend?
Larry was even crazier because Larry hardly practiced. Because he was
He's a
older-
vet. He's a vet.
He
He's a
was
vet.
older in his career, so
I'm on the team,
you
so we're
just
good.
get it. You know what I mean? So, so it's just like when you see it in the game, it was just like anything within this radius of him, like, and that's extending past like whatever it is.
Yeah.
He's double team, triple team, just catching it, and I'm just like, it was just crazy seeing it in person.
That's
at,
incredible.
At that age, you
Sure.
know what I mean?
For sure.
It was just like throw it up, and if it's going to Larry, like he's getting it. I never seen him. I mean, I think the stats was like what, like more tackles and drop passes in his career.
Right, yeah.
And that I saw with my own
That's a
two
crazy
eyes.
stat.
You know
That's
what
a
I
very
mean?
crazy
That's-
stat.
But
that's
playing with those
wild.
two guys, those are two legends, right? Like D-Hop is going to be a legend.
Right.
Larry Fitzgerald, everybody knows Larry Fitzgerald's
Hall of Fame.
And the
resume.
nicest guy too. Like,
Yeah.
jeez,
Oh,
dude.
great guy. I can hit him up right now. Call him right now.
That's
try to
awesome.
pick up. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
It's just crazy.
I seriously, I mean, the amount of drama at a NFL practice when emotions are running high and there's no real cameras around, you know?
And you got to
That
think
shit
about
must
like
be nuts.
you got to think about the positions too. Like you got cornerbacks that are going to be talking all day at practice because that's what they
Smack.
do. That's just what they do, right? That's how they get the one step ahead because they're always one step behind. So it's all a head game. And then you got you guys going against linebackers all day, just hitting each other all day. The line's going crazy.
Who's the best trash talker?
Best trash talker, like in practice or like in a game in general?
Either.
I mean, I feel like everybody knows about Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen, yeah, for sure.
I played against him like twice a year for a couple years when I was in Arizona.
Yeah.
And it was just funny. Like when he was on, he was on.
Yeah.
And especially, I feel like it was like all the time he was like on our sideline. So he'd make a play, and sometimes he wouldn't even say nothing. He would just turn around, and just look.
Just
Oh,
Just
man.
wander over there.
Yeah.
you see me, right? You see me?
Y'all
Yeah.
throw it over
We
here?
good?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Actually, I know him personally. He's a real cool person. You know what I mean? So it's just funny seeing how people are on the field and how they can like switch
Yeah.
that persona off the field.
Sure.
Like I
Yeah.
feel like those are like very important people in society because they understand the difference between, what you do on the field doesn't equate to like the person you are off the field.
Yeah, it
And I
matters
feel
what
like-
jersey you're wearing
right,
that day.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I feel like some people they misconstrue like personalities when it comes to that situation because like, you know, I don't know, like approach me, you know, as just a, you know, regular human being. Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
I put my pants on just like anybody else does. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
just, I don't feel like people should be held to a higher standard. Obviously, it comes to the territory because, you know, we do get paid a certain amount of money. You are on a limelight on TV, things like that. I just think it's unfortunate that, you know, people are under a microscope in this scenario because of, you know, who they are, what they do. I feel like, you know, man make the money, money don't make the man.
Sure.
Yeah,
And that's how I feel.
real. Yeah. And they should be a dog once they put that helmet on.
Right, you know what I
right?
mean?
You want I
have
wouldn't
to
want
be.
somebody to
Yeah.
be.
Exactly. You can't just say this person's an asshole because of their persona on the field.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure,
You
sure.
have to.
And because they
You know
make
what I mean?
plays, right? Don't go hate me because I'm good.
It's
right?
actually funny. Keanu Neal this year, for whatever reason this year, I was just, I had a lot of positive energy. I wasn't on like any like, I would finish a play like put my shoulder in somebody like, you know, talking a lot of trash this year. I was making plays, but it wasn't like I don't know, it wasn't just crazy. So like one of the games against the Cowboys,
Okay.
I ran up the middle of the field and we just met, boom, and I get up and he kind of like he talks a little shit to me. I get up, I'm like smile, I try to shake his hand. He looked at me like knocked my head out.
Get away.
Don't be so
I'm in
nice.
the zone right now. I hate you.
Right, I'm just like,
Don't be nice to me.
I'm like, bro, I said, it's a good play. You know, I'm just trying to show you some love. I just laughed. I was just like, I know, like, he didn't mean it personally. It
Sure,
just,
sure,
it just
sure.
was what it was.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean?
That was Thanksgiving game too. You're in a good mood. It's a holiday. You're
right,
good.
exactly. It just was. What I don't know. I was happy. I was happy to be there all last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
that's funny.
I
That's
love
good.
that. Right now, running backs in the league outside of yourself, right? Top 5 NFL running
Yeah, I
backs in the
can't
league.
just say King Drake.
can't
Drake.
do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You can't do
Dylon,
that.
Dylon.
Yeah. Classic.
Cause that spit hot fire.
Top 5 current NFL running backs.
I gotta go with like in like order or no particular.
No,
order?
You can no particular order.
no order.
No particular order.
Okay, so I gotta mention my boy Derek.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
That's off bad.
King Henry.
I
Phenom.
love Dalvin Cook's game.
Ooh.
I love Alvin Kamara's game. Christian McCaffrey healthy, obviously. You know, I feel like he's just a
More bad luck.
Right. Ultimate just versatility.
Yeah.
This is what it is. So
Yeah.
hopefully, you know, he continue get his career back on track with his healthiness, if that's a word.
Yeah.
And then number 5, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb. easy.
Ooh.
He's a
So you got
beast.
2 big physical guys. You got 3 guys that can
Yeah.
like catch the ball.
Sure,
and go.
sure,
I like
So-
that. I
and
like
I
that.
tell you one person that I really have a lot of admiration for that's in our division, Javonte Williams.
He's gonna be sick. dude.
He's gonna be a
He's
good
gonna be
player.
sick.
Like he has a good balance of speed and power. Jumped over like one of our safeties on like a long run. That was very impressive when we were playing up there. And, at the end of the game too, like probably could have walked out of bounds. You know what I mean? I just like his mentality, how he
Yeah.
plays the game.
More yards.
You know what I mean?
Him and Melvin Gordon are a sick 1-2 punch.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I would do
Melvin.
that.
Yeah, Melvin's real good.
And no,
Yeah, what do you think about Russell Wilson just getting added to the division?
that's
man,
crazy.
it's a goulash, man. It's a goulash in the AFC West right now.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's going crazy. I
I'm
love
happy
it.
because he's out of the Niners division. So thank you
Yeah.
very much. But
I know
it's-
the Cardinals are happy too.
Yeah, for
know
sure,
the
for
Cardinals are
sure.
too, man.
But now it's tough, man. You got Patty Mahomes. You guys got Carr. There's and Rusty was
Man,
was-
I seen a tweet. It was
And
so,
Justin Herbert is sick.
it was
Oh, and
so-
Herbert. Oh my
Yeah, what do you
God.
got? Yeah.
It was so disrespectful, and I can't wait for my boy Derek Carr to continue to just take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he doesn't get the respect that he deserves.
He
you know
really
what I mean,
doesn't.
at all. And I saw a tweet, and it was like, it was naming like every quarterback accolade, like, you know, Patrick Mahomes, obviously, you know, Patrick Mahomes,
Sure.
you know, Super Bowl champion MVP.
Yep.
Justin Herbert, you know, up and coming, you know, future, you know,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then obviously Russell Wilson, you
Yeah.
know, he
Super
is who
Bowl,
he is.
yeah.
So they named all 3 of those in a tweet with their accolades, and then they just go Derek Carr.
Oh,
And I'm just like,
hell no.
I'm just
snuff
like,
real quick.
Bro, like, and I feel like that's all I see. You know, I
His
don't want
stat lines are crazy.
crazy, and I feel like the way he led this team this past year, I feel like he deserves a lot more respect than people give him because of the fact that with the controversy that he had to deal with as a quarterback one of his team.
Sure.
Yeah.
In a new market, you know, not understanding the you know the circumstances or dynamics of how the media was going to kind of portray him or portray the team, and him being a leader of the team. So maybe there's a lack of leadership on his part or it's trickled down.
Yeah.
I just feel like he was able to take that in stride, lead us to the playoff, lost a close game against Cincinnati. Obviously, you know, win or lose just is what it is. But I feel like with the team that we have, the coach staff that we're building, the camaraderie that we have as a unit, it starts with him. He just deserves a lot more respect. I got utmost for him. I can't wait to continue to play with him this next year.
This the year, man.
It's
you know,
exciting,
new coach. I think the team's gonna be sick. I mean, this. Hopefully, this is the year it all comes together.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
doubt.
you got the components in place.
They don't wish that, but I truly wish that.
This guy, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's all
all right.
love.
How important is the game day fit?
Very, 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 very. I feel like this year I want to try to become a little bit more business savvy with my look. You know, throw a couple more suits in there.
Sure.
Okay.
Because when I was in Alabama, we had to wear like a mock neck with like a suit coat, pants, things like that. So when I got to the league and they didn't require that, I'm not gonna wear it. You know
I'm
what I
wearing
mean?
a hoodie.
Yeah.
Right,
We're
I can
good.
wear a hoodie. Like if we were going to away games, we at least had to wear like the team fatigues or like, you know, the sweatpants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But home games, you can, you know, dress how you want to dress.
Rolling
As long as, you know,
with the walk-in.
Like
Yeah.
you can't walk in with like pajamas. You know what I mean?
of course.
Essential shorts.
But it's like the fashion show. NBA, it's become like
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
what is it?
League fits.
Was it? StockX has like the walk-in on some of the stadiums
Yeah.
too, like the official sponsor of like
And GOAT.
Yeah, and Go does that. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
Right. And I think I got going back to the Deion jersey. So there's like an account on Instagram. I think it's called More Than Stats. That
Okay.
like highlights like different people during the week that
Yo,
have
isn't
like
that Brandon's account?
I don't know.
Brandon Williams.
Maybe.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
don't know.
But
More
they,
Than Stats,
they
yeah.
highlight like people with like different like fits, like basketball,
Yeah.
football, like just in entertainment in general. And I don't necessarily. You gotta have a goal. And not saying that was like my ultimate goal, but you know, I wanted to, you know, give a little recognition for
That's
you know,
what I know.
yeah,
My fit was
it
neat.
just is what it
For
is.
sure, let's go.
It don't matter. So
Style
the,
icon.
The one time I get recognition was with the Deion
With the Deion jersey? Oh.
and I got hurt. So I was just like,
The one time
Don't
they
ever
like
post
my
me
fit.
on this
right,
shit again.
Exactly. I'm just like, I didn't know how to kind of take it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I reposted. I was happy, and I'm sitting with my ankle all twisted up. Like,
Hey, DM them. Hey, it's me. You just posted
Come on,
this.
man.
Can you please take it down?
it was what it was. It's cool though. I love like, you know, just I feel like people can show their personality.
100%.
You know what I
That's
mean?
what it's
Like,
become, for sure.
Whatever
And I
you
love it.
throw on, I don't think is, you know, I don't have a judgment on if it's bad or not. You know, whatever you feel like, you know, you feel comfortable in, wear it. You know what I mean? Don't matter what it is.
Who's got the best style in the Raiders?
Me, of course.
Woo, let's go.
Quick.
Energy. Energy.
Very quick. Very quick.
Just go check the IG page.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on,
That's all
dog.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? He's out here. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like
Ready to
that.
go.
No, but it's a lot of people on the team that, you know, I feel like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Money can't buy you style.
Yeah.
Because just
That's
because
a fact.
you got money.
It's
That's
not
a
what
fact.
you wear, it's how you
We
wear
all
it.
know that.
Exactly.
It's not what
It's
you
not the
wear.
amount of logos.
Exactly.
Who's got the worst style on the team? Please say Foster Moreau.
You say
That's
Foster
our guy.
Moreau?
That's our guy.
Was he on here before?
Yeah, he
was on the show.
I think I've seen it before. Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
and he
him.
actually had a sick
Sick-ass shirt on.
Dennis Rodman.
T-shirt.
Vintage
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Really?
It was dope.
Yeah.
It was good.
You know what? That's funny. Because
Isn't your favorite player Hunter Renfro too?
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen the tweets.
Yeah, bar none. Hunter, like he's just like even back when he was at Clemson, man.
Clemson.
He just like so inconspicuous. I love it. You know
And he
what I
just
mean?
come out and make plays.
Right, like literally in practice.
I love the Hunter Renfro move that they do now. You know what I'm saying? Like his juke. It's
Oh
great.
yeah, like I feel like he should patent that. Like they practice that all. Like he's just a consummate professional, and like literally in practice, if y'all come out to like one of the like open practices or whatever,
Yeah.
like for camp, just look at his shorts. He wears the same shorts, and it like has a hole that goes all the way up to like his waist. Damn it.
No.
And I'm just like, why don't you switch your shorts out? He's like, bro, like I just work. You know what I mean?
I'm just working.
I'm just
That's
working.
it.
I'm just at work,
Stop
man. Like, what do you want
distracting
from
me.
with the long like weird white socks and like old beat up shoes. I'm like, how are you making people miss with these like shoes?
It's like a basketball player wearing white ankle braces. You'd be like, what are you doing, man? That ain't it.
He looks like, you know, he's supposed to be selling insurance, and he'll route you up on Sunday. Like I
love
love it.
that.
I love the guy, bro. I love him.
All right, we're
so
still gonna
sick.
make you answer though. Who has the worst style on the Raiders?
I would just say Hunter Renfrow.
There we go.
There we go.
And that's what I love about it. He probably admit to you too.
He's like, I don't give a shit.
He doesn't.
Don't
I'm
worry,
here
we're
to
gonna
work.
tag
I'm
him.
here to
Don't
work,
worry.
bro.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
how
here
he
to work.
is, bro. And he scores a touchdown, hands the ball to the ref. You know what I mean?
He's a beast, dude.
You know what I mean? I want to just go over there and tackle him, make him do some type of dance. I'm gonna make him do a dance when he scores this year. I got
The
you.
gritty.
Pat,
We're
right
gonna
now.
make
Do
it
it.
gritty.
We'll save the clip for when he
All right.
does it. We'll put it all in one.
I'm gonna make Hunter Renfrow do a dance.
Yeah,
There
I
we
don't know
go.
what it is,
We'll
but
save
he
it
gonna
for
do
the
something.
season.
This is a KD dance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You haven't. Can you imagine just the practicing on the sidelines? All right, I said like this. All right. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
exactly. And it's really gonna be just I'm gonna just come up to him on Sunday. I'm just gonna be like, look, this is what I want you to do. As soon as you score, I'm gonna come in. We're gonna choreograph it and just gonna
We're
go.
gonna do
'Cause
something.
If I tell him beforehand, he's gonna have much time to think about it.
Yeah.
I just want him to just
Can't
on the-
second guess it.
Right. I just want it on the moment. I'm gonna go to him like, just gonna do this. I'm need to just.
There you go.
fuck
Yeah,
this
you
shit
know-
up.
I just need a fucking shimmy real quick,
That's
please.
it.
Just
That's
shimmy.
it. That's
I'm not
it.
gonna
shimmy
lie.
easy.
I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see Hunter Renfrow do the gritty.
See,
Yeah.
I can barely do the gritty.
Yeah.
I can barely do it. I feel like it's a young man dance. I feel like I'm getting up there in age. I don't know
For
if I
sure,
can do
for
it. I don't know
sure.
if I got enough. I got 2 bad ankles now.
That's true.
There'll be 5 more new dances by the time.
For
the
sure.
NFL
By season starts,
Right.
yeah. By
Literally,
season,
right?
Literally, every
100%.
year, every
Someone on
year.
TikTok will make some hot shit up.
always,
I'm not
always.
gonna lie. I don't want to get too high on myself or pat myself on the back, but in Madden, I don't know if y'all play Madden.
Yeah, of course.
It's actually just funny. I play like in like a little franchise league with a couple buddies on we got like maybe like 20 some people in there, so it's a decent amount of people.
Yeah.
on,
Yeah.
That's a
team.
big squad, actually.
So when people they do like little end zone dances or little celebrations. There's a celebration that they do when they're like breaking open the bank or whatever.
Uh-huh.
They got that from me when I scored against Seattle back in like 2020. It was like week like 15, like Christmas. Like after I scored like a 75 or some yard touchdown, I got in the end zone and it was like right before like I was supposed to get paid. It was like my contract year.
Yeah.
So I scored, and the week before I had scored 4 touchdowns, and I had people telling me like, "Oh, you scored your 4th touchdown. You throw 4 up. Like that's so original. Like that was lame as hell." So like,
So he was like, I got something for you.
I felt like I just had to do something. I didn't know what I was gonna do. So when I scored and it was like a long touchdown, I just got on one knee. I put in a little code. I opened up the safe, put the money around my back.
Yeah.
And they literally featured it in Madden. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't get paid for it, but I thought it was cool.
That's gotta be the coolest thing, right?
No, I thought it was cool. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's.
I did that.
I don't know. if anybody else
Touchdown
did that.
dance rating went up.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
I
It
thought
100% was
cool.
yours there, for sure.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So every time, like, if I play with myself, I try to do the little signature dance and they don't do it. I'm like, they didn't give me credit for it.
Damn it, where's the
That's
credit?
my
That's what I'm
signature
saying.
move.
My dance.
I haven't done it since, but I felt like it was cool.
No, one and done. That's all you need.
Right,
Is
that's it.
remember it on
You
Madden
can't- yeah,
forever.
You can't
you're
repeat.
good.
It's like
No.
you can't wear the same little
No.
fit every time. You
No.
know,
Yeah,
put
no
on
way.
Instagram.
One and done.
No,
No
you
way.
can't.
It's
Right.
gone
But you did
forever.
it.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
dope,
you got
though.
it.
Yeah.
And that's yours. By the way, how intense do fans get about Madden? More or less intense than actual football.
More fantasy. Way more fantasy.
Fantasy,
Fancy,
bro. Yeah.
Way more
Fantasy
fantasy.
is ruthless.
Yeah,
Dude.
because people, I think, as a collective unit, and I mean, I can say this because I get paid by Madden, so it is what it is. But
Yeah.
the game is it's not a good game.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. It's just
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same game with a different cover, like
Sure.
every year.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, I played enough where I feel like I can say that. And I feel like my guys I play franchise with, they can
Right.
finally get on my coattail because
It
they're
is
like,
just the game,
They're,
you know?
they're like, like, bro, you in the game? Like, go and tell them like the game sucks. And I'm just like, I mean,
Who am I gonna call, pal?
Right, I don't know
Yeah,
who
who am I
I'm gonna
gonna
talk
tell?
to, but now I'm on this platform. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
I could, get some
Yeah.
the
EA
wheels rolling
Sports.
with it.
Listen to the
You know
guy.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It is what it is. You can cheese the game. I don't want to get into the pleasantries of it, but whatever. But
But fantasy.
What was the
But
question?
fantasy fans
Yeah.
are just nuts, right?
Man, fantasy, bro. It's
Every
like,
player we talk to, they're like, don't talk to me about fantasy, man.
I can talk about it because I feel like it's grew the game into where it is today.
Yeah.
I feel like it became fantasy football, and now the NFL has allowed people to bet on the game
Yeah.
and things like that. I feel like it's like a stepping stone. So without fantasy, all this revenue and different type of people from different type of backgrounds coming to the game.
And they care, which
know what I
which
mean?
means more
It just
money
makes
and
people
more
care.
viewers
They
for
care
everybody.
deeply.
Right,
Yeah, it's making
exactly.
They care
They
deeply.
care deeply.
Yeah.
So
Deeply.
and
Lo and I are big fantasy football people.
Right, exactly.
Big fantasy
And
football.
it's a double-edged sword because it's great that more people get more awareness. Players that may not have been known to certain people because they don't really watch football.
Yep.
But now you play fantasy and you
on
can
your
get more
team.
awareness.
You
know what I mean?
100% find more players that you know
Exactly.
nothing about,
I
right?
have no
Especially in
clue.
like the tight end position. There's
you
3
find
that
it
people
out
know,
about it.
and everybody else got to pick up a random
Right.
tight. I have no idea who.
But then there's these guys that are just watching the box score. and don't understand the impact that a player has on a game when it comes to actual football.
Just stats.
Oh,
And people don't understand.
You don't see blocks from wide
Fantasy
receivers.
success and real success are two very different things.
Way different.
Two completely different things.
So obviously before each show we do our research, right? We try to assimilate, find some good questions for our guests and stuff. Man, when you search a football player in general, including yourself, half of the stuff is people talking about fantasy football.
Always.
Literally half of it is just people saying like, "Oh my God, this guy killed me" or whatever. Like, it's unreal.
It really is, and I love
unreal.
it. I love it, and obviously, you take it for what it is because it's not like I can really control it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're just playing the game.
Right. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I just try to go out there, and I mean, obviously, I do the best that I can for my team success, personal success, whatever the case may be. And then, if I do,
get 4 touchdowns in a game.
You know what I mean? Then I shout out the fantasy people. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
right.
And if I do terrible, then I say fantasy sucks.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Sucks.
That's your right though.
There you go.
That's
Yeah,
your
for sure.
It is what it is.
That's your. I mean, it's. Like you said, it comes to positives, but I can only imagine, man. Football players just get it from 37 different.
All day.
After a game, you can't make
everyone
happy. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Not
for
at all.
sure.
Not at all. That's a life lesson.
But for sure.
Yeah,
That's a
100%.
life
I understand,
lesson.
man, I had a great game. Why is everyone hating on me on Twitter right now? Like, what
Exactly.
happened?
Or you can get say for instance, you get 15 carries, a decent amount of yards per carry, so 80 some yards, maybe 90.
Less than
But
100.
But you didn't get a touchdown.
Right, no touchdown.
So
Yeah.
if you don't get a touchdown, it's just
Trash.
It was like you had a terrible game.
Yeah.
Like in the fantasy, you only had 8 points. Or you didn't catch the ball at the backfield, so you didn't get the extra 0.5.
Point or
I
whatever,
don't even know how that works, but
Yeah.
however it works.
It's the couch warriors,
Right.
the Twitter warriors
Exactly.
on the couch.
For
It's
sure.
just like, oh, you had a pedestrian game, bro. I'm just like, bro, out there, I got my head bashed in for 50 plays.
First off,
Like 7 bags of ice on him, right?
Right.
Defending.
No, and we got a dub. Like, we'll get off the back. We got a
especially
dub.
Not even we win. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
get off my
I
back.
just love how many layers football has into it now. It's unbelievable. I love it. All right, last question for you. Who was your childhood hero growing up wanting to be a football player?
Like actual football players
Yeah.
or childhood
Athlete.
heroes in
Yeah,
general?
no, just your childhood like football. Who'd you look up to in the NFL?
Well, being from Atlanta, my dad used to show me a lot of highlights of Deion Sanders because I used to play baseball when I was younger too. So I had this dream of being like a 2-sport athlete like Deion. Used to wear my first jersey number I ever had was 21. Growing up through little leagues and
Dope.
everything. So one thing that was really cool when I got to the league, when Deion was still in the broadcast game. What was the little segment he used to have after the game? If you had a big play or you had a big game.
Oh, right.
I can't remember the name
yeah.
of it, but
Yeah.
I've been on there twice. And the first time it was after the Miami Miracle, and it was I just felt like it was so real to be talking to somebody, that I grew up watching and
Looking
emulating.
up to, yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? On that platform and performing at a high level, and I just felt like it was real cool, and I felt like
And you got recognized.
Full circle,
and I got
right?
recognized
Yeah.
by him.
Full circle.
Right. So it's cool to kind of be where I'm at now, to kind of give back to the community in the way that I do with being in the Boys and Girls Club, because that's what I grew up in.
Dope.
You
Shout
know,
out Boys and Girls Club.
Talk about the one player that can link all three of our teams, 4 teams. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, actually, yeah, he played on all of
Yeah,
them.
Literally.
yeah.
That's
Falcons,
lit. You know
what I mean?
Falcons, Cowboys, and the Niners.
Right.
Let's go.
So
That's
Shout
crazy.
out to y'all.
Yeah,
It's
Prime time, baby.
and icon on all of them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
So, definitely shout out to Prime Time, man. He's doing this thing, Jackson State.
Jackson State.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Got
Yeah.
a kid from Georgia, Atlanta area that's going out there now, 5-star.
Yep,
Crazy.
just saw that.
Unprecedented for HBCU, which I'm so happy that, historically black colleges can, get the recognition they deserve in that limelight with, big name colleges in general.
That was huge.
You know
It's
what I mean?
incredible. And he
So-
just gave a walk on a scholarship last week. You see that?
Really?
He blew up. He brought the mom in, and mom, he's like, "Mom, what's wrong?" She was like, "You ain't taking care of my baby." And he was like, "What?" It was like, "All right then, scholarship." And the kid was like, "Oh!"
Really?
And she was lit.
That's lit.
It's
Dion's
dope.
the best,
He's the
man.
best, man.
So it was set up by
It
his
was set
mom?
up, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So they took the moms, and Dion knew he was gonna do it. So the mom set him up, and the kid was like, "No, mom." And she was like, "Probably gonna take care of my baby." But the son was like, "He take care of us, man. Like, what you talking about?"
Right.
And he was like, "No, I'm fine, mom." He's like, "I'm gonna take care of you." Scholarship, and everyone's like, those squads going
That's
crazy.
what's up. I gotta go check them out.
No
love
joke.
that
Some of
shit.
my favorite videos are when a team surprises the walk on.
So it's
the
so
Always,
dope,
always.
bro.
It's
Bro.
cheerful.
So dope.
Yeah.
I'm 1 second away from crying.
Yeah,
and shit.
it's lit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
that and the military coming home videos. I'm just I die.
Oh,
Yeah, tear jerkers.
Get crushed every single time.
Every time.
But my man, good luck this season. We appreciate having you on here. The style icon. of
We'll
the
be there
Raiders,
seeing
guys.
you. We'll come
Yeah.
support for sure.
Oh, yeah, no
100%.
doubt. Actually, one before I go, I do have a cocktail for cause. Early June, can't remember the exact date. I'm gonna get with my marketing rep about that. Everything is still in the works, but my Cocktails for Calls event that I'm working with, I did it in Miami.
Okay.
It represents Smile Train, Boys and Girls Club. All the proceeds and things go to there.
Dope.
So
You doing it out here in Vegas?
Is he gonna be here?
Yeah, it's gonna be in Vegas this year.
We'd love to be a part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
let us know.
yeah,
Yeah,
once I
let's-
get on more information, I'll kind of get that passed out.
Please.
to
And it's
y'all,
in
so
June?
hopefully- Yeah, it's in June.
But you'll probably have it on your socials?
Yeah.
So tell about your socials.
Oh yeah, so KDX32 on all my platforms, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, follow me. I got more information that's going to be coming out
There it is.
based upon that. I also have a lot of other little things going. Wish I could remember them all at the top of my head. Maybe if I take these glasses off, stop looking
You
like
can
an asshole.
You can plug them right now.
Yeah, it's all you,
That's
man.
what I mean. I don't know. I'm involved in a lot of things. I feel like I want to be a champion of the youth. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I love that.
Just on a serious note, I love like being a part of the community. Obviously, I want to continue to be a big part of being in the Vegas community now. You know, I just love being a part of things that I feel like can help people and put them in not just my shoes, like being a professional athlete, but you know, they can do whatever they want to do. If they want to, you know, be a part of broadcasting, or if they want to, you know, be the best, you know, street sweeper in the world, like just go out there and just do your best.
Right.
You know what I
100%.
mean? At the end of the day.
Be
Hey,
better
man, and
positioned,
as
yeah.
much as we can support, let us know, man. We'll
sure.
we'll
We're
back
there.
you 100%.
Yeah, no doubt.
Anytime, 100%.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My man,
All
I
of
appreciate
it.
you coming on.
Thank you,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Let's go. Big season, guys, at the Residency Pod on Instagram. You know, by the way, check our boy out on Twitter. Tweets like crazy.
Very active on Twitter. Very active.
I'm bored.
All right.